Hi guys, this is Linus's game, and so I'm gonna do my video demonstration now. So let me just quickly show you the game running. So we hit the run button, we get this nice piece of exposition where our character is thrown into a foreign wasteland, and then we have to make some quick decisions, which just decide whether we get what stats we make stronger, what we make weaker, and what we want to do in the game. And then development wise, the most challenging thing about making this game was making the three different like bosses that you have to deal with, just because there were three of them, and it was creatively it was kind of hard to find cool stuff for them. But I think the real breakthrough happened when I started when I like used the functions I already had for normal fights and incorporated them into the boss fight instead of having to write a whole different boss fight. So I just made the bosses like really powerful, regular monsters. And that was the key breakthrough. So then it says to explain two of my favorite functions. So it big props have to go to day of progress, because this is the function that gets called over and over in a loop by a different function, and this function is basically a menu function that tells the user all of their options. And so it's definitely a huge one, this function. So yeah, it just shows the user all their options and it's very cool. And then the other function I really like, I would have to say it's explore graveyard. Because this function is kind of sophisticated because it has three different branches based on your stats and how nicely you've treated the faction that it deals with. And then like it calls upon both meeting it calls upon different ways you can meet the boss and how you can fight the boss or negotiate with the boss. So I think that's cool. And lastly, yeah, just let me just show you what happens if you like don't know what you're doing. If you try to get into a fight too soon, you're just gonna get like whooped. So you have to grind a little, otherwise you're just gonna get like killed. Let's see. Do we get like one taps? Yep, you get one taps. So yeah, if you don't, you do have to work on yourself. You can't just rush the bosses. So that's an example of how this game works.